Like Tantra, the reason people go to Tantra is because Tantra promises spiritual liberation and worldly enjoyment. And it's like you can have them both. And everybody's like, really? I can have them both? That's amazing. And so they forget all about the spiritual revolution and they just focus on the worldly enjoyments. And they just get so carried away because, like, especially when you're 20 or 25, like, the world's your oyster. It's just so beautiful and everybody's so beautiful. And you get in these Tantra communities and they're so open to experimentation. And well, okay, that's a good way to learn, like by experience. So we have to go out and we have to try it and we have to do it for ourselves. But what I would say to a lot of those kids that are experimenting with like Neo-Tantra is have some self-respect. Add self-respect to your dish of self-love and have a dose, a little bit of both of those, and then go in there with your partner with some self-respect and with self-love and awareness. Make sure the partner also has self-love and some self-respect. And really, if you both have some self-respect, really, if you have those two things, you can do anything you want in the world. And I think that's what we kind of try to do. We were talking earlier, some of us, about we go out and we do a bunch of yoga and we think like we perfect ourselves, we fix some of our faults or our flaws or whatever it is, and we think, oh, I'm good to go again, and then we go off in this world and really express our truth, right, in a sense. We go out there and we express it, and we don't always get a good response to that. And so then we have to, it's like back to the drawing board, we got to work it again. But really, you need both. If we're yogis, any sense of balance in our lives, we need both self-respect and self-love, and that'll just clear the path. Then you're good. You're good to go. No problem. Too much objectification is a lack of self-respect. Treating somebody like an object, or treating your own beingness as I am just a body, I am just an object. You can't respect objects. We respect spirit. We respect life. We love life. We love spirit, prana, right? Chi. This is the source of love and truth and light, and that's what we like. And lack of self-respect and lack of self-love looks like a really harsh way to, you're just objectifying yourself. You're just using yourself. And you're just using others. Now, there's a side of life that is about using others and using yourself. There's a certain way people like to be used. If you use a person in the right way, they'll respond very nicely to that. And we will too, when people kind of use us in the right way, what we're made for, right? There's some things that we're kind of like, I'm kind of made for astrology, right? So okay, I like doing it. Push my buttons and I'll give you astrology. Communication becomes a big part of that, because we have to tell the other person how to use us. And they have to tell us how they want to be used. And if that works for both people, then go ahead and whatever, I don't know, learn your lessons, get your personal growth, whatever, shatter your life and bring yourself into hell so you can start getting personal growth, whatever it has to be. The Neo-Tantrics are like, oh, you want to bow down to the divine feminine in your partner. And I hear them often. It'll be like, the woman will say that, I want him to bow down to my divine feminine, and I'm going to bow down to his divine masculine. But when we're talking the divine, we're not talking about boys and girls anymore. I have a divine feminine, and I have a masculine and feminine inside of myself. And first, I bow down to my own divine masculine and my own divine feminine. And once I've surrendered to my own masculine and feminine, now I'm ready to surrender and bow and down and put my feet, or my head at the feet of my partner, and surrender to my partner, my divine masculine and my divine feminine. And it's reciprocal. They do the same. It's a reciprocal surrender to each other. And that's why you're able to go into such vulnerable depth with each other, because you're both surrendered and you're both there for peace. Well, I've said before, I don't think any tantric can ever say anybody is wrong, right? Because we're all mistaken. right? And even I am, even the smartest tantric or the whatever, the wisest guru, doesn't have a full, complete picture. We're all missing something. So you can't say anybody is wrong. To a certain degree, like it's certainly not for me to decide what's right and wrong, but life, the universe will tell you if you've acted in the right or wrong way, right? So if your actions sort of like bring more love into your life and they bring more balance into your life and more harmony into your life, then you found the right actions to take. Take more actions like those. And if your actions and your choices and your partnerships are doing the opposite, right, and dragging you into hell and confusing you and bringing more suffering and pain into your life, then well, maybe life is telling you you're wrong, right? But it's not for me. It's not for, I don't think, anybody to tell you if you're right or wrong. That's not what we're doing. For me, I want to guide people to kind of happier, fuller, less complicated lives, I guess, right? And that's the point we give advice. We pray people listen to good advice, and we pray we have the ability to listen to good advice and ignore the bad, because we get a ton of both, right? But if we can do that by listening rather than by experience, it's a heck of a lot easier. I can't look at a couple and really tell how they are treating each other. I don't know. That's for each person. You'll feel that for yourself. They'll feel that inside. Now, I've met couples and these are usually very, very sort of powerful and all around kind of powerful people who do seem to be able to sleep around and have multiple partners, and it doesn't seem, at least from where I'm looking, to be bringing big turmoil into their life and kind of ruining their life. It does seem to on sometimes enhance. But it's, again, everybody's path is personal. Some people are just much more driven to express themselves in sexual ways. And so you get two people that are just really driven to that kind of expression. Well, why not? Make a partnership, express yourself, learn whatever that other has to teach you. But it's sex is sort of always very dangerous because, well, if you want to have good sex anyways, I think what we'd call tantric sex in a sense, right, is you need to fully surrender. You need to leave all your weapons and armor at the door to a certain degree. Even as a man, right, the man is supposed to like penetrate the girl and stuff, but we don't do that with weapons. We don't do that with force. When she fully and willingly sort of surrenders herself to the moment and to the partner, right? And I don't think women will do that really truly in a nice way until the man has also like put down his weapons, his armor, his real aggressiveness, right? And we've got to let that go. And that's really where we find that. And that's how we bow down to the mother inside and the father inside, the Shiva and Shakti we have.